Hey guys, it is Dan aka Prof Chipboard here, and I am back with my week 3 match against of the NPL D2 against ArkiKnight of the San Antonio Victreebels. And he is 0-2 so far. However, the second match was very, very close, and the first match was just Cap being phenomenal. So he has a threatening team of Celesteela, Entei, Hydreigon, Vaporeon, Diancie, Domfang, Gourgeist, Mega Electric, Taunty, Medicham, and Exploud. Now in my prep I look at this and I think he's very, very, very weak to Bolt Beam. He doesn't have a Bolt Beam resist, and his best thing to take sort of both is either like a Spadef Manectric or an AV Entei. Because everything else gets hit by one or the other. So this is quite kind of a theme running through my prep. I've brought Spadef Zapdos because it sort of wolves a lot of his team and is an absolute nuisance. Sort of it 1v1s Vaporeon, can take basically any hit from Hydreigon, takes on the Entei really well. Can beat the Domfan, and the Gourgeist, and the Mega Electric, and the Taunty. So basically the only things I have to worry about are the Diancie, potentially offensive Domfan, and the Entei, the Medicham, and the Exploud. So basically only his Wall Breakers. I've also brought Z Conversion with P2. Sorry, I've got Toxic, Roost, Bolt Beam, but with HP Ice for Zapdos set. I've got Shadow Ball, T-Bolt, Ice Beam, Z Conversion, Porygon 2, because that can hit almost his entire team for super effective damage, and if it gets to +1 it can basically run through his team. I've got Sub, Coil, Glare, and 1000 Arrows, Spadef, Zygarde, because that can set up on a few things and does smack him around a bit. I then, no, sorry, I'm not Spadef. I'm sort of general bulky, so I can switch into the Entei. No, I am Spadef. Sorry, but I'm max HP. I then got an offensive Nidoqueen because it has very good coverage against his team with T-Bolt, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, and Earth Power. Didn't bring rocks, probably should have in retrospect. I then have Fizz Def, Calm Mind, Store Power, HP Fire, Moonlight, Musharna, because again that can just no, I'm not that set. Sorry, I am not that set. That was a different version of his team I built. Oh no, that's me thinking my Necrozma set in my last week's UBC battle. No, I'm Culver Berry, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Moonlight, Fizz Def. Culver Dazzling Gleam is so that I can lure in and OHKO the Zygarde, take any one hit from it, as long as I don't flinch. And then finally I have Scarf Pheromones, just because I couldn't really think of anything better to slap on, with U-Turn, Ice Beam, High Jump Kick, and something else, potentially Bug Buzz I think. But yeah, that sort of can chunk a few of his mons, and it gives me something which is nice because it means I can outspeed a Scarf Taunt, which is potentially a bit annoying. So I decide to lead off with that because it's something I don't really need, and it U-turns on basically everything. So he leads off with a Taunt. I can get off a really safe U-turn, as he will just click Air Slash and Spadef Zapdos absolutely eats that up. That gives me a completely free Toxic V-turn after, as he goes out into his Hydreigon, which is great for me because I put that thing on a timer. And here I can just, if I click Roost, I can work out what his set is, and I can probably hard wall him. He crit flinches me here, which is really unfortunate because had I got off the Roost, or even just one or the other wouldn't have been too bad, because I would have been about 70% health, which meant I could switch into 2 Dark Pulses pretty comfortably next time this thing comes in. if he just flinched me. If he crit me, then I would have roosted and recovered all that back. And that's really annoying because it means I have to roost here instead of clicking Toxic and getting the Entei, sorry, not the ArkiKnight, on a timer, which is unfortunate. There's a lot of hacks in this game. I get a little tiny bit of revenge hacks, not a big amount, though, to be honest, by dodging this Sacred Fire. Notice how I say this one. He then reveals some excellent prep natural ice, and that's actually a pretty low roll, so, as it doesn't kill me. And then he reveals extreme speed, and he's not shiny, and he's got Sacred Fire. So at this point, my mind's a bit going. So I'm not sort of. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit confused right now. I'll come back to that. I click Earth Power because I want to scare this thing out, and I just stay in and click T-Bolt. And what happens here is he misses Stone Edge, and that is actually really important for me. I will explain why. We know he's offensive based off that damage, but I assume Ockerberry because I have a Mega Houndoom. So I click Ice Beam, and basically I want to start killing this thing because it's got Regenerator, it's annoying. So that dies, I lose my life orb, which is unfortunate, and he goes out into his Hydreigon, so I can go straight out into my Zapdos. He clicks Draco Meteor here. Now I probably could click, I can't remember what exactly I did. I think I click T-Bolt, predicting either the Celesteela or the Entei to come in because I want damage on the Entei. No, I click Roost here, bugger. This is a different one. I click Roost and switch out, and I go out into Mushana, and he unfortunately misses a second Sacred Fire. However, that would have done about 20%, or somewhere between 20 and 30%. It wouldn't have done a lot. And here I click Carmine because I can set up on the Entei, and he reveals, and I click, yeah, sorry, this is going to require a bit more. I click Carmine again because I know he's offensive Celesteela, but I don't know, with +1 Speed F, I can live any special hit like a Flash Cannon in case he's mixed. I can also I'm not 2-hit KO'd by Heavy Slam unless he's Choice Band, and yeah, he reveals that he's Choice Band Heavy Slam, and that's really annoying because had he hit the Stone Edge, he would have revealed that he's banded on my Nidoqueen, and he would have done about 30%, which is not a lot. So that would have been 30% damage off on my Nidoqueen, and for basically keeping this thing healthy, because now that I know that he's banded, I know that I can, if he locks himself in a Heavy Slam, I can go into my Zapdos. If he locks himself into something else, yeah, basically it's really unfortunate because it basically means that Max Rebo is down at really low health now, and it's basically sacked, because I didn't click Store Power either because I didn't think it killed from that range. So I get into my Zapdos, actually find out here that he's Choice Banded, found out previous turn, and I believe I click T-Bolt predicting the Entei to come in, which is a bit of a misplay because I probably should have just clicked Toxic because there was very unlikely that he was going to stay in with his Celesteela. So I click Toxic here, and he misses the Toxic in return. Again, I'm really sorry about this. That one really did suck. So I pivot out into Max Rebo, basically decided to sack this thing because I didn't want to get my Zapdos Toxic. Yeah, this thing dies, which is unfortunate. I wouldn't have done that if I was a good HP. So I go into Boba, and I think I've got a pretty good chance to kill him here. And he reveals the Archie-Berry, and I don't kill him, which is pretty stupid by me because I probably should have stayed in on the HP Ice, just to 2-hit KO the Dom fan with my Zapdos as he Toxicked. And also there was a bigger misplay because I probably could have / should have gone out into my Porygon Z and clicked either +1 Shadow Ball or Z Conversion there, because at +1 I lived an EQ really easily, and the likelihood I even would have lived a knockoff, and basically I could have potentially, I think after, depending on rolls, EQ plus Ice Shard plus Dark Pulse from the Hydreigon potentially wouldn't have killed me. I didn't work out the exact maths, but here I'm kind of behind because I've messed up a little bit. which is annoying. But yeah, I could have very easily kept my. I probably should have kept my Nidoqueen around, which is annoying. So yeah, here we are at the stage of I just get out to Zapdos here, finish him off. He doesn't Ice Shard, probably. I imagine he has it because I do have a Pheromosa, but I imagine he's probably just more concerned about not letting me roost up and being arranged to take 2 Sacred Fires if I don't get burned. I don't get burned, T-Ball does 50%, and I just have to sack myself off here. And basically, I'm at a point where I think Z-Conversion Porygon 2 can win. If he reveals that he's jolly and outspeeds me, then I know that this ArkiKnight, I knew at this point Viente would be definitely illegal. At this point I only thought it was illegal. Spoiler alert, it is. Because it's supposed to be shiny. So he Sacred Fires, gets a burn, but now we're in a stage of him just trying to whittle me down with burn. And yeah, if I clicked, I didn't want to click Ice Beam because it was a roll on the Entei. And here I can live a Dark Pulse, but Ice Beam, I click Ice Beam, I think potentially he might not have had enough speed to outspeed near max speed Porygon 2. Because I'm in Porygon Z. Yeah, sorry, let's slow this down. Let's go back into my last turn. Yeah, so basically at this point he's switching around to try and whittle me down. And I think his reason for wanting to do this is that he his Hydreigon doesn't outspeed me, and that he has Shadow Sneak on his Gourgeist, because for me that seems the only reason why you pivot around like this. And here, basically, I know I live like a non-banded Shadow Sneak, so I think I just click Ice Beam, kill off the Hydreigon, and he goes out into his Gourgeist again, I believe, to bait the Ice Beam. Again, at this point I'm basically 100% sure he has Shadow Sneak. That seems to be the only reason is to sort of whittle me down and put me in Shadow Sneak range, because there's no way he lives. There's no way he can beat me otherwise. So yeah, that goes down, and here this turn will take some experience. He goes out into his Gourgeist, and basically I'm now definitely in range of Shadow Sneak, but a +1 Shadow Ball / +1 Ice Beam will take him down. So what I think I can do is I can pivot onto Pheromosa, which should take any one hit. It will take 2 Shadow Sneaks. Yeah, pivot onto Pheromosa, click Ice Beam on that to put it in range of Ice Beam or whatever when my Porygon Z comes back in. This is a 50-50 for me, because potentially if his Gourgeist has HP Flying, he can potentially 1v1 the Pheromosa. If he has Shadow Sneak and HP Flying, he potentially 1v1 the Pheromosa, because it is, if he's got attack investment, HP Flying does OHKO me. If he's non-invested, I think like a it's a 70-something% chance to live from an uninvested HP Flying. But equally he's got priority on it. So here, I think my best play, because I'm at this point I'm basically 100% sure he has Shadow Sneak, is to go out into my Pheromosa. As he actually reveals that he has HP Flying and had basically thought he'd lost the game and crits me, which basically means I could well lose here. And here, I think, alright, I can still kill him. I'm at +1. He doesn't outspeed me. I have a really good chance to kill him with sort of my most powerful move, which is Ice Beam. And he reveals that he's bought double Yachi Berry, which is again super good prep on his part, because it means he takes on Pheromosa, and I freeze him, which is super unfortunate for him. Like, it is what it is. Obviously that's a 10% chance for the freeze to happen. there was a lot of hacks in that game. Again, I don't think that the hacks I got, despite this last turn being game defining, I don't think the hacks that I got is any worse from some of the things that he got, such as the Stone Edge miss, because that would have meant that I kept Mushana around, which was my Entei check, and a healthy Mushana basically won. Yeah, so at this stage I'm kind of sort of, it's not a for me. I probably I feel it's unfortunate for him, but equally it is Pokemon, it's the game we play. It's not as if I got like a last turn crit to win. Again, the crit the turn before, also the 2 turns before, on the Pheromosa, for me is just as big, because that's a 6.25%. I don't know his set obviously, but the crit guarantee that he killed me, and which is sort of super annoying. I mean, unless he was HP Fire, in which case I brought the wrong Pheromosa set. But yeah, so there was a lot of hacks in that match. We do play again because it's interdivisional, so hopefully that'll be a bit better. And just one thing which I was sort of going back to towards the end. Basically, his Entei was technically illegal. Because I don't think it mattered, because it was like statistically the same. It was adamant, and he did reveal E-speed on a turn, which didn't hugely matter. I'm not hugely sort of fussed. I don't want to be that guy and say, oh no, it's a 3-0 forfeit to me. So yeah, I could very easily have been a complete bastard after all of this hacks and say, oh, actually none of this mattered because you brought an illegal bomb, which is actually second time in 3 weeks as well. But yeah, I'm gonna head off. Like, I'm not really can't really explain too much into my thought processes any more than I have, other than saying it was a really hacksy match, and yeah, I'm sorry, dude, because it's not really fair on him, because he like a lot of his prep was very good, and I walked into both the Achi Berries and the Choice Band and the Natural Gift Ice. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to a rematch. It's a bit later on, so we'll see how that goes, and yeah, that's my week 3 match. I think I play Andy Bexley Heath Bisharps next week. So yeah, looking forward to that, and I hope to see you then next week. Cheers.